Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. We have White Knight live here right now, getting ready for testing. It's doing live testing now in the Mojave Desert. We are following it live. You can see this is White Knight now. This is Virgin Galactic. Very, very exciting evening. I've been telling you I'm going to bring you some exciting news. Well, we are bringing it to you live right now. Let's have a look at the stock. Let's see what's going on. This is happening live right now. If you come into the chat, I will share your comments on the screen. So first of all, let's look at the stock. This is the stock right now. As you can see, it's up in the after hours, 1.2%, 1.26. Had a bit of a bounce this afternoon. It dropped, it popped up this morning, sold off, and now it's coming back. So let's go into our live position. This is my overall portfolio. Let's look at Virgin Galactic White Knight. This is the news I'm going to bring you in a moment. This is the flight radar. We are looking at it right now. There you go. You can see it taxied to the end of the runway, and this is live right now. We have Virgin Galactic White Knight at the end of the runway. It's moving around. It's been there now for the last couple of hours. We are seeing the stock pick up a little bit. If we look at it right now, in the after hours, it is moving up 1.6%. You can see it. So we'll keep our eye. We're going to watch this live right now. I am keeping in touch, in contact with Virgin Galactic as well. So we're looking at what Virgin Galactic is saying. I will tell you now, on their Twitter feed, there is absolutely nothing. They're keeping very, very quiet about this. This is Virgin Galactic's Twitter page right now. And if we scroll in, there's really nothing going on there at the moment. You can see they haven't posted now for quite a while. Some of the pilots, some of the engineers are posting, and I am keeping a close eye on that. But right now, you can see White Knight is moving. It's been doing some engine testing. I know that. So that doesn't tell us if we're on schedule yet. All it tells us is that Virgin Galactic White Knight is out of the hangar. Some action is going on. It's pretty exciting. So let's read some of the news that we can confirm with you right now. If it's your very first time here, click subscribe and ring the bell and give us a thumbs up if you want this news to get out to more people. There we go. Click subscribe. This is a live feed directly. You can see White Knight is moving around on the end of the runway. And we're going to keep our eye on it. We're going to keep our eye on any information that comes out of the live feeds as well. And I'm going to bring some information for you right now. So let's go over to it now. Let's read some information we had posted just a short while ago. This is the flight radar we're tracking. This is the news. Virgin Galactic's White Knight 2 reemerges from hangar, readied for taxi tests. That's what's going on right now. After a 15-month overhaul, Virgin Galactic's White Knight 2 VMS Eve carrier aircraft is once again basking in the bright sunshine of the Mojave Desert as it prepares for taxi tests today. And we are looking for updates on Twitter. I've got all the feeds open to me, and I'm bringing you everything that's available as it comes out. Let's bring in some comments now we're getting from my viewers. We have Crag just popped in. Flights are getting closer. That's one thing for sure. Absolutely right. If you come into the live feed, I will share your comments live on the show. Let's carry on reading. VMS Eve was outside its Faith production facility at Mojave Air and Spaceport at Rutan Field on a clear and chilly Monday morning, being prepared for tests to evaluate a series of upgrades to the 14-year-old mothership. VMS Eve's taxi test will be followed by a flight test to evaluate the modifications. That flight could take place next week. There you go. Let's scroll down. We can see back to it now. It is still moving. Here it is. Just moving around on the end of the runway. It will turn again in a few moments. This is live feed from the flight radar that I'm watching. So you can see it is actually moving at the end of the runway. Let me go back to this news and carry on. VMS Eve will be back flying to Spaceport America in New Mexico to complete the flight tests of SpaceShipTwo VSS Unity, which it launched at an altitude of around 47,000 feet. VSS Unity is capable of carrying 2 pilots and 4 passengers on suborbital trips. Virgin Galactic officials have said they are on track to complete test flights for VMS Eve by the end of March and begin commercial flights in the second quarter, and the tickets are still costing $450,000. Okay, let's go back to it now. Looking at the radar, you can see we've got someone just come in here now. That Space LVR WK2 is moving. Yes, it is. It is indeed. We are watching it. We are following it. I am sharing your comments on the screen. If you send me anything in, I will share it with you. If you are a verified user, I will share it on the screen. We are in contact with Virgin Galactic as well. I am talking to people at Virgin Galactic. There we go. We're moving at the end of the runway. Here we go. What's happening now? Let's keep an eye. You can see it's moving on the runway. Are we going back in the hangar, or are we going to do some kind of test right now? So this is live, happening live right now. If you've just tuned in to let me know you're here by subscribing to the channel and thumbsing up. Here we go. We're going down the runway. Something is definitely happening. It's very, very exciting stuff. And we've been out of the hangar all morning. And the stock, actually, I'll share with you what's happening to the stock right now. The stock is up 1.26. We can still trade for another 2.5 hours. So there is still action going on. We're going down the runway. This is happening live from Virgin Galactic right now. Very, very exciting stuff. Now then, are we going back into the hangar? Are we done for the evening? Let's see if it turns here and goes back into the hangar. Okay, here we go. We are moving back now into the hangar. If you've tuned in, my name is Martyn Lucas. I go live 10 hours a day. I currently rank #1 for the search term SPCE stock. I'm in constant contact with Virgin Galactic. I speak to people every day. A lot of people will come on my show and tell me all kinds of news that isn't always accurate. I only report on what is accurate. I'm not here to pump the stock in any way whatsoever. I am here, though, to share the truth of what's going on. And I am a shareholder myself. I have had 2,000 shares of Virgin Galactic. I'm currently only at 200. This is my real shares, my real money. I've sold it because I expect it to go down before it goes up again. So I will buy more when it goes down. I expect that to happen. I expect the stock to go to $100 a share, not because the company is worth that, because that's how it will trade up. Looks like we're heading back to the hangar. So looks like tests for the day are done. Of course, it's getting late in the day now. It's 4:30 here in Dallas. This is happening live right now. We are watching the stock price. It is at up 1.26 in the after hours. I am checking the Virgin Galactic feeds, and they are not releasing any information as you'd expect. Good evening, everybody. Schifferler Stephen, good evening to you. I'll put you on the screen if you come into the live show. If you've got any comments at all or any questions, please feel free to come on in. If it's your first time here, click subscribe and ring the bell. I wonder if we're going back now into the hangar. It does look a little bit like that. The hangar is just up here on the left. So let's see what happens now. Will she turn? Looks like we're going back into the hangar. It's very exciting stuff. Let's see if she turns here. I can tell you she's been out on the runway all day. Schifferliers. I'm sorry I can't pronounce your name correctly. Schiff Elias, I think I've spelt that, pronounced that correctly, but I'm sure it's not right. Anyway, looks like we're going back up towards the hangar right now. That's where it seems to be heading right now. Welcome to our live broadcast. We are in the Mojave Desert. We are tracking White Knight from Virgin Galactic. You spelled it correctly. It's just the accent. Okay, I'm sorry about that, Chevalier Stephen. All right, we're watching the stock price. It's up 1.26. We confirmed the news. It's quite a down day in the markets today, so high-tech stock is being sold off at the moment. We are still in a bear market, and this is White Knight live right now, and we are tracking it back to the hangar. And we're going to keep an eye on the stock price. We're going to keep an eye on the news. What's going on here, Ryan? This is White Knight testing. This is live. It's been testing its new upgrades. I'm waiting to hear from Virgin Galactic if I can get information to say it was successful. It's heading, it looks, back to the hangar. We don't actually have any updated information yet. If you've just come in and you want to ask a question or call in live to the show, you can. Members can call in. What is White Knight? This is one of the ships for Virgin Galactic. It's very, very exciting now. It's been testing all day. It looks like it's going back to the hangar. It's doing tests right now. So this is it. We're looking at White Knight. It's VMS Eve carrier aircraft, once again basking in the sunshine of the Mojave Desert, and it's doing a taxi test today. That's what is going on right now. The stock price is up in the after hours, 1.26. We don't want to get too carried away. A lot of people will tell you that we should be pumping the stock. Well, I don't believe in that. I just believe in good, solid investments. We're not here to do that. I do think there's one more down trend before we see the price take off, and we could have a test flight into next week. I doubt if it'll be this week. If we're testing taxi tests right now, looks like we're heading back into the hangar. This is now in the hangar, if you like. So looks like we're going back into the hangar. We are done for the day. It looks like. Very interesting. That's the hangar now. Just coming in. Now, I can tell you, we're getting a lot of information, a lot of FUD on Reddit telling us that we're flying today, which is untrue. Telling us that the stock is going to go flying up. It's not. I believe there's one more downturn. It's why I've sold my position. I've got 200 shares left in it. I had 2,000 at one point, hoping to get up to 4,000 shares before the real takeoff. It looks like we are now back in the hangar. This is where she started this morning. This is her hangar. She left the hangar. She went down to the end of the runway. And she's now back. She taxied. She did tests. You can see it here. Look, all of this around here. Back, made it into the hangar, and she's done for the day. So there we go. All right. So that was a live feed from White Knight tonight. Thank you very much indeed for joining me. We are live up to 10 hours a day, tracking Virgin Galactic, trading live on air on YouTube all the time. So there we go. Not much more to share with you this evening. I hope you enjoyed that information. Join me every day. I'm back again in the morning for live trades again. Let me just check if there's any information coming out of Virgin Galactic on their Twitter feed. That some of the pilots will message me, some of the people that work there will message me later and inform me how things went. But I can tell you right now, there isn't anything. Let me just see if I can see anything at all. Virgin from my sources. Let's see what we've got. Any information? When I search, I find myself, look at this. If I search a Virgin Galactic, I find myself streaming on YouTube, on Twitter. There you go. There you go. If you search Virgin Galactic, you'll find me right now. But anyway, let's have a little look. We saw the tracker earlier. We've got that. What about... that was 4 hours ago. So yeah, there's no information. The latest information is literally me. I'm bringing the latest information for Virgin Galactic. All right, White Knight is back in hangar. So we're done for the night. There's nothing to say now. And why, if you look at this, why she is moving around the airfield, that's because there's no signal now. It's been lost. If I refresh that, it will stop, because when you lose a signal, it will just keep circling round and round where she was last in position. So she's now turned off. There's nothing to report anymore. All right. The share price is still climbing up. It's at 1.42. Virgin Galactic is planning on launching first flight in a month, starting in Q2. That is just rumor. That is not confirmed. That is not confirmed. Virgin Galactic have not confirmed that. They've suggested that's their target, but no confirmation of that. All right. Okay, fantastic. I think we can wrap it up there. I'll see you all back in the morning. If you could all do me a favor right now, it'd be absolutely wonderful if you could. We've got a nice number of people watching. If you could smash the like button, that way this video will be suggested to you again when I go live again from Virgin Galactic. And if you would like to click subscribe and ring the bell, you can. There we go. Smash the like button. And when I go live again, you will be notified if you've rung the bell. And I'm tracking Virgin Galactic and trading live 10 up to 10 hours a day. All right. So there we go. Thank you very much for joining me. And I will look forward to seeing you all back in the morning. Until then, have a wonderful evening. And we hope you enjoyed that live information. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other.